Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Moggycraft Season 2, and here we are at the Wither Skeleton Farm, or should I call it the Fortress Farm, because as you can see we do have blazes and a zombified piglin in there as well. So it is not just Wither Skeletons of course, but they are the main highlight why I have this, and you can probably tell already that some stuff has changed. I lowered this a little bit further down, and I have installed a couple of pistons which occasionally fire. If we just wait, you can see it over there. And yeah, I've made this a too wide area instead of the entire thing wide, because let's be honest, I don't want to have to go back and forth and all that kind of stuff. That's a little bit annoying. But let's check out the loot I've gotten, and you can see I have 9 Wither Skeleton Skulls. That's 3 Wither Stars. Very, very nice. And yeah, I do tend to throw out the swords that I get from this. I kept 2 of the spears, but I imagine I'm just going to yeet those out as well. Anyway, I have done more than just this. I have been busy in the Nether, and if we just take flight real quick, you'll notice some stuff has definitely changed. Yep, buttons on top of there, and there. I have mined out quite a lot over here and over here as well. Here too, and also over here. Yeah, quite a lot of spawning spaces have been removed. That's to make sure that this farm is going to work a lot, and I mean a lot better. One thing I'd also like to share is the amount of ancient debris that I found while digging all this out. And keep in mind, it is quite high up. It is like maybe level 90 or something at average. But I still found 8 ancient debris, which is very nice indeed. But before we work on the Nether and get to deleting a lot of blocks, I think we should focus on the hub first. Especially these places right over here, which can easily be terraformed and stop spawning. I don't know whenever Billy and Sam are eventually gonna come back, but I feel like maybe I should just bring them to like a certain height. I think this height is gonna be fine for now. Put in the remaining black concrete and put some roofs on these buildings. You gotta love a finished project, because with these houses now, this place is finished. And as you can see, other than these houses over here that are now in place, I have placed in Sam's beautiful house and Billy's gorgeous building. And yes, I have gone for the old classic box design. Oh yeah. Now you can see that Billy does have a little bit more special going on around this portal. And I thank him very much for putting that there in the first place. But yes, it is now done. Other than their buildings, I guess, but they go for the box design. Isn't that beautiful? But everything you see over here ideally goes away. Yep, that's gonna be a little bit of a while before that happens, because of course my pickaxe only has that much durability and my patience can only run so thin. So I'm thinking we should probably do something more explosive. We do have to start somewhere, so what I'm thinking is that we start over here where this scaffolding is, because I have quite a lot of space open over here, and the only thing that's really maybe going to blow up is that little bit right there. At worst, this entire bit over here, but as you can see, it's quite a long tunnel, and there's honestly nothing in there. And there is one more thing, and that is that we can actually bring it all the way to like over here. We just need to make sure that it doesn't cross this. So while we can have the first one at the scaffolding that I placed over there, the last one might have to be like over here. So past this gap, which is why that gap is even there to begin with. And then we can have some going all the way over to here. And that will be most of it, because I can probably just remove this by hand if that's all that's left. I'm not going to build a flying machine going in this direction. But yeah, let's just get started, because we are going to use flying machines to blow everything to smithereens. And first, I think what we should do is just build a flying machine without any of the TNT. Because if we do use TNT, if not everything goes well, that would be rather ugly. Building this, however, should... Ow. Building this, however, should not be that bad. Let's see if we do this. And move one forward. One to the side. Place the piston there. Okay. And this should be the flying machine. So let's just check out where it's going to end up. We can just place a random block over there. I'll just do a slime block. And it will go on its way. Now, yes, we should probably place down some obsidian too, just so that we can stop it on the way back. And that should do the trick, just like this. Maybe one more. Yep, okay. Now, you're probably thinking, hurry up, that machine is flying away. Yes, I know it's flying away, don't worry. I'm faster than flying away. And as you can see, it's gonna go all the way over to here, where we probably want to stop it before it actually reaches this mountain. And there's ghasts there, which we of course don't want shooting at the flying machine, so we just need to kill it, and that should be fine. And let's just go up with the obsidian. That should stop this flying machine. Let's see. Very good. Now, I did leave the shulker box behind over here, I think. So I'll just pick it up. And what I'm going to do is put the obsidian behind here. It's going to be very similar to the things in the Wither Skeleton farm itself. We will have observer and going up. Let's... Wait a moment. This should do the trick. For now, I'm just going to use 3 flying machines, and hopefully that is going to be enough. And hopefully I did stuff correctly on the other side, because if not, then that's going to cause some issues. Now, let's actually get started on making these into TNT duping flying machines. And that is not going to be too difficult. I have done this before. So we're just gonna have to make something like this. Alright. Let's place a detector rail, cobblestone wall, and a coral fan over there. That coral fan is going to die, but that's fine. TNT over here. And a minecart over here. Now that should be the entire thing. They are finally in place, and one thing you might notice is that there's no TNT there, or there, and that is because I will have to place them in later. I cannot place them there right now, because it will just detonate the TNT. So I will have to send these on their way, make them come back, and only then can I put in the TNT there. So what I'm actually going to do is make it so that they will go first without these TNT pieces, just so that I can put in the TNT last, and that way I'll have a nice start to this. because it will actually be done and I don't need to wait for it to come back when it's already dispensing TNT to then put more TNT in place for it to actually work after that, if that makes sense. So let's just, send them on their way, and then we will put in the TNT, and then it is time. And now, the time has come. Execute Order 66. Now, hopefully everything is gonna go well. It is looking good so far. Now, of course, I do need to maintain a good distance from this, but I also need to stay somewhat nearby. And yeah, that is why I need to stay a good distance away as well. I probably should just put an AFK spot somewhere, or get in the minecarts, but that is risky if the machine ends up blowing up. So I'm just going to scaffold up with obsidian. And if I stand like over here, I should be like in the middle somewhere. Maybe, yeah, well, I don't have more obsidian. But let's see what happens when the flying machine needs to turn around. Hopefully everything is going to go fine. Why is that one no longer dispensing TNT? What happened there? Did the TNT break? Oh well. On the way back, it should at least go, unless something else goes wrong. Oh, I'm already nervous. Let's see. Okay, they're coming back, and as you can see, now the other side is dispensing TNT. And, oh, that was close. I saw TNT flying up. Okay, well, the good thing is that the more it goes, the less chance of damage to this machine. Because, of course, the TNT is just going to fall down and fall down even further until a point where it just cannot even reach this. But it is seeming like it's all going well. And keep in mind, this is going to be a very nice way to get ancient debris as well, because it is just going to go and go and go, destroy literally everything, except for lava sources, unfortunately. But also, ancient debris, it is blast resistant, so it is not going to go. Turn this off. Because as you can see, we have a lot of lava to deal with. And in case you're wondering how I'm going to deal with that, I'm just going to grab a bunch of buckets. I'm going to click on the lava source, and that should remove it. Let's do this. I have a fire resist potion that I'm immediately going to drink. And then I'm just going to jump into each and every one of these, or maybe glide through them and just pick them up like this. Whatever will work best, of course, but I think this is the better strategy, even though it might be a little tricky sometimes with finding the exact lava source. But as you can see there, we got this one. This one should be easy, just need to get to it. There we go, there we go. Okay, I placed in 2 more of these machines, and something went wrong. Not sure what. But, as you can see, it doesn't always go right. Well, I'll rebuild it, and hopefully it will work a lot better. And now you're probably wondering, looking at all of this, like, that's a big mess. Why would this be worth doing? Isn't this going to be super tedious and taking a long time? Well, here's the thing you need to keep in mind, okay? It was going to be tedious and take a long time anyway. Imagine having to mine all of these blocks. Not these blocks that you see here, but the blocks that used to be here. Imagine having to mine all of that. I can tell you right now, having mined out that area there and that area there, that took a long time. This, with the amount of blocks that have already been removed, probably just the same amount as that and that and that. Maybe. Maybe more. Who knows? It just takes a long, very long time to mine out everything. And these machines, I can make them pretty quickly. Maybe 10 minutes at most. And then letting them fly for a little while, then going after the lava. 1 hour of removing lava is already much, much more productive than removing blocks for 1 hour. I had an idea. An easy way to get rid of all that leftover debris. And here it is. Yep. It's much easier to fly to them on a happy gas than try and land on them with an elytra. So let's just give that a shot, shall we? So one thing we need to do is actually get this happy guest out of the nether hub. And I think the ceiling might work, or maybe we could use Sam or Billy's portal. Let's just get rid of that lead first. And what we'll do is create like a hole over here. As you can see, there is quite a bit of space behind here that the gas can easily fit through. So let's just do it with this. Now the only issue I have is gonna be ghasts. And I don't mean the happy kind, I mean the angry, sad kind that always cries. So we do need to be very vigilant. But as long as we don't see any, I think it's going to be perfectly fine. I have also removed this bit of land over here. And yeah, the machines have been running quite a bit. And quite a lot is left still. But you can tell that it definitely won't take as much time as it would have if I had actually just dug it out by hand all myself. I would probably need like 100 different players for it to actually be worth mining by hand. But of course, we don't have 100 players that we can just let onto the server and mine everything out for me. So I'm not entirely done over there, but I'm just going to do that at night when I don't really record and I don't disturb anyone in the house. And I have built the flying machines back up over here. Now I don't want you to worry about that nether tunnel. I think most of the TNT that's going to drop in this area will fall into the lava. Not on there. Even if it hits it a couple of times from different angles, I honestly don't care. I can fix that quite easily. Now I have already sent the machines this way just so that these will go in the right places. And then I have added these over here so they will be put in their right places. It is currently turned off, but I'm just going to send these flying machines. And you can hear that they are dropping the TNT already. So turn on, and on. Then turn them off. Because these are the returners, not the ones that are determining if it's on or off. Oh, yep, there goes my scaffolding, of course. That's fine. Hopefully that scaffolding stays. The flying machines are ready. So let's see if I can do this in some kind of time-lapse style, where you guys just see the flying machines go back and forth for a bit. And I'll put some epic music underneath it. Yes, okay, good, nice. Let's do this. Okay, I would say that was pretty successful. Now, of course, we still have a lot to clear out over there, but what I'm going to do is probably just remove that giant mess over there that calls itself Basalt Delta, and all these, what are they called, basalt blocks, are gonna have to go. At least until like somewhere over here. And what I'll do after that is just move this bit further in that direction and send these on their way again. But as you can see, the spawns are improving slowly but surely. Let's check out what loot is gonna come through this time, because it has been a little while since I've done this, and I am curious to see what is going to happen. And anything else? Pretty sure I saw way more. Oh, well, there's more. Yep, that is indeed a lot more. And I'm pretty sure I just saw a skull drop. Yep, just saw it there for a split second. I'm at 14 skulls. That's very nice. So, I have spent quite a few nights just digging away at this. Of course, I didn't do it all in one night. And of course, I did go to sleep at a... do I even want to dare call it a reasonable time? But yeah, this is now dug out. This still needs to be done. I still need to place the flying machines in here as well, but as you can see, the flying machines are in place over there. And I have been working quite a bit over here as well, as you can see. It is looking a lot cleaner over here. And I need to also put in flying machines over here now, because as you can see, this area is now primed to go. If prime means that the machines aren't in place yet. Yeah, a lot of machines need to be put in, but as you can see over here, they are ready to go, and this entire thing needs to be deleted, so hopefully it's low enough to a point where this is all gonna go well. Let's check it out. We should be at a safe distance from the flying machines themselves, yeah, and at a point where they should still be able to return every time they hit those machines. With that being said, I might want to turn that off just to make sure that I can get rid of lava if needed. And I am watching this with my mouth pretty much wide open, because I am really hoping that no TNT gets blown up on the top that destroys these flying machines. Okay, and it seems to have gone well. I am very happy with that. And it looks like no lava is currently flowing in places where I don't want it. Except for over there maybe, so I should probably turn this off. But as you can see, at least it is getting rid of all these blocks pretty quickly. gotta love me those explosions. And as you can see, we are now in the wastelands that is called the Basalt Delta. And if we fly up, we can see all the devastation that has just occurred. And there's a lot to clean up again. Which is not too surprising, because that does seem to be the reoccurring topic. But I'll just do the same over here. With the happy gas and clean that up. And with the episode almost coming to an end, I have decided that I just want to put in a little bit of extra work and build a couple more of these flying machines, whilst also keeping the ones that are off in the distance over there. Now I have made 9. And yes, that is going to be one epic, destructive finale to this episode. So hopefully it will actually go the entire way. I kind of doubt it. But if I have to, let's see where I can go. I could go around that cobblestone block over there, I think, and I would... No, wait. That's also gonna get TNT'd. I am nowhere safe. Okay. Well, that was total annihilation, and I am loving it. And apparently having these closer is better. Like, I have these like 2 apart, I think. And these are, I think, 3 apart. And the first set was like 5 apart, I think. So yeah, if you want to do this, then consider having them like 2 apart, as I just mentioned. And yeah, I have cleaned up a lot of the lava. As you can see, some is still going pretty strong, but my inventory is full. I can, however, just place blocks inside of it, I guess. So if I just do that and that, then this lava should disappear. Assuming I got the source block, of course. Now that one I am going to need another bucket for, but most of my buckets went into the lava, unfortunately. So yeah. And I am going to be fixing this mess off camera. I am going to be mining a lot more, because of course this bit still needs to be done. I'll be fixing this place up, and yeah, there's a lot to do, as you can see. But that is the end of the episode, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. And this has taken me a lot of time, so leaving a like and subscribing would really be appreciated. And I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.